Alright guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Toby Samuel. Just in case this is the first time you're meeting me, you might just want to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like our videos, comment, and then share our videos to any platform you think they need it. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to play some very important update for you, but please make sure to watch the video to the very end so that you get the complete information about what's going on and happening in the land of Nigeria. So one of the very important things that we shall be listening to, it's the very aspect that has to do with what has been happening between Nnamdi Kanu and then the Senate, the presidency, and all that has been happening about Simon Ekpa. This is really calling some attention. But I want you to listen to the video all by yourself, and then please make sure to share the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. All right, listen to the video.
Simon Ekpa has become a subject of discussion at the Senate House. Now, no Nigerian leader has the moral standing to speak about Biafra agitation and the activities of these guys, because you created the monster called whoever, ESN or BLA. Whatever problem that you are facing with them as a country, you created it. The same way you created Boko Haram, and also you caused insecurity in the Niger Delta. You pillaged people's natural resources for over years, and they said nothing. You continued in your devious act to subjugate some people to poverty in the Niger Delta. Now, they reacted, and you have no moral standing. Anybody agitating in Nigeria, you have no moral standing to pillage on what these people are doing. Because the first place, these guys were protesting with ordinary placards. Then you went in and started killing people that are armless. How do you intend that they drive home their point? When dialogue, peaceful protest, you refuse peaceful protest, then you are calling for violent protest or violent actions. You went into the southeast, started hunting them down one by one. At the end of the day, they found a way of defending themselves using guerrilla action. Now you are seeing some Ekpa as a threat to Nigeria's sovereignty, to Nigeria's existence as a state, whilst you are the ones that created that monster called, in quotes, that you call Simon Ekpa. The senators, you are not ashamed of yourself that over the years you have subjugated this region to all sorts of abuses, persecution. Look at what's happening with Nnamdi Kanu. You will not talk to Tinubu, tell the government that these guys have been tried, he's not found guilty, release these guys, then the insecurity in the southeast will come down. But yet, we are trying to play on the minds of Nigerians, not the Southeasterners, because we understand from the position you are coming from, even the elites in Igbo land understand that truly the Southeasterners have been subjugated collectively by the Nigerian state. And you expect them to fold their hands. Even before these people started agitating for whatever they're agitating, the subjugation went on. So you want to start you want to continue your injustice, incarceration, underdevelopment of the Southeast. You want to continue so that nobody will do anything. We just keep quiet and be looking at you. You are doing what you are doing. We just keep quiet and we do nothing. Do you think we are goats? We are not goats. Even a goat will even react. We are not sheep. So most importantly, if you know Simon Ekpa is causing problem with Nigeria, release Nnamdi Kanu. That is one of the best bets. Release him, and you see the insecurity in the southeast a bit. But yet, in your own wisdom, as a government that enlisted, repented Boko Haram into the Nigerian army to fight insecurity, this, in your own wisdom as a government, look at your wisdom. You continued in your incarceration of Nnamdi Kanu. You wanted to make him unpopular by asking, or maybe the judge had to recuse herself from the case. Then nobody will now hear about Nnamdi Kanu because the lawyer was crying out the other time that since this judge has taken her hands off the case because you are not interested in justice and fairness of the Igbo people. You are calling Nnamdi Kanu a criminal. Most Southwesterners, Northerners are calling Nnamdi Kanu a criminal. You have tried him in the court of law. He's not found guilty on one thing. The court has said release him. How many of these politicians you find around that are not guilty of one crime or the other, but they are walking free? But your focus is on somebody that decided to defend himself against the tyranny of a particular government sponsored by the North and the Southwest. It's a collective thing against these particular people. So if Simon Ekpa is causing uproar in the Senate, it makes you people worry, having sleepless night. I spoke about Shetima, Minister of Defense, and one other, I think he's a minister, having a meeting with the president of Finland. To what end? You know the right thing to do the right thing, get Nnamdi Kanu released out of incarceration, or better still, try him. Let the system try him. Let there be justice and fairness in the system. Because however you are going to look at it, I'm not a lawyer, but I've looked at it squarely, and I've seen that the courts in Nigeria cannot, in all sense, you cannot try Nnamdi Kanu. You cannot pronounce him guilty. You are just holding him down as a prisoner of war. Okay, now, you illegally took this guy from Kenya to Nigeria, incarcerated him. He went through torture, and he's representing one of the biggest, one of the well-known tribes in the world. You are holding their leader in court, in detention, and these people are seeking peaceful means to get this guy out. They're asking, okay, let's go to court. They're even willing to go to court with you to get this guy out. But yet, you decided to hold him down against the wish of fairness, equity, and justice. Nobody has to, okay, let's go and let's declare a war or this. Let's cause chaos in the country and everything. Nobody did that. He agreed to follow through the process of you trying him, and yet the court say release him. You refuse to release him, and you are complaining about Simon Ekpa. How does that make sense? You refuse to release somebody that your court has tried, and he's not found guilty. You say he did something. Prove it. You cannot prove it. But yet, you hold him down against justice, fairness, and equity. He's representing a particular people that have been subjugated, denigrated for a longer period of time. Just an example, CNG conversion centers, none in the southeast. It is enough to break away from Nigeria. It is enough for these people to get angry. They say they don't want to be part of Nigeria. Allow them be. You say no. Okay. Go on, create estates so as to divide the Igbos and separate them so that they will not have one voice. Okay, 5 plots of land, or Abi, dot in the circle, allow them go. You say no. Let them have their freedom. You say no. Referendum. You say no. So what else do you want? Everything is on the table for you to choose. You decided to choose violence, and you are getting reactions. The precedent you have set, you are getting reactions from that precedent. The way you lay your bed, that's how you are lying on it. You created, the federal government of Nigeria created a Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, created an Nwazurike, created a Simon Ekpa. And if you, for your information, if you think you are going to hold on by mistake, by providence, by anyhow, if you are able to hold or capture or arrest or kidnap Simon Ekpa, somebody else is going to come out. You think it's just play? People thought they thought that holding Nnamdi Kanu is the end of whatever. At the end of the day, it became worse. Nnamdi Kanu is not the basis of Biafra. Nnamdi Kanu can die tomorrow. Biafra will move on. It is not centered at Nwazurike. It wasn't centered around Nwazurike. So it cannot be centered around Nnamdi Kanu. So far he's alive, and you are perpetrating injustice on the Igbo people. How would you sleep? How would you sleep? How would you get rest? He commanded this. Shebi, it is through the court. Go to the court and convict him. You cannot convict him. You are just having online conviction and everything. I said it before. People went with placards wanting the democratic process, administering or airing their grievances. giving the government, this is what we want. You said no, and you started killing them. Does that make sense? Yes, you said you don't, they have a right. You said no, they won't get their right. And you started killing them because you felt they are defenseless. Now, these people went back to equip themselves, and now you are complaining. Does it make sense? You created Boko Haram. You created the Niger Delta Avengers and whoever they are because of your inaction and actions. That's why you see these people parading themselves and doing all sort of things, all sort of criminalities. Yet, you are complaining about Simon Ekpa. You see, time has come. This technological age, the jet age. I know that Nigerian leaders, they are not serious with Nigeria. Some people are getting ready to make sure they bring a change to Nigeria. And that change will benefit everybody in the country. If the country breaks today, it is going to be much more beneficial for everybody. With the way we are seeing things, the government can be lying to Nigerians, and you lie and lie from now to tomorrow. At the end of the day, 4 years will come and go. The same story. Since 30, 40 years ago, we are having the same story. Since 1999, the same story. This is story government. Nothing will happen. But if you think you can stop a Biafra, somebody say Simon Ekpa is being sponsored. Well, that's their business for that one. So far, I know that the consciousness of having a country that once existed in the eyes of Nigerians, bringing it to light. So far, that consciousness is being reawakened in the minds of everybody that cares to know or cares to hear about the Biafra message. So far, that consciousness is there. I don't care who is being sponsored, who is sponsoring who. Your action and inaction is going to bring the liberation of a people that are destined for greatness. I'm in for it. I'm in for it. The government should do the needful, release Mazen Kanu. Then he promised that it is going to end. It's a natural thing. You people know it. But you are afraid of what I'm not afraid of. You are afraid that that is your business. But do the needful, and you avoid all this unnecessary talk at the Senate House.
He's not going to destroy the Southeast. What he's doing about Biafra is going to grow the Southeast into the strongest region in the world. Of course, he's playing out by mere, at least, profiling the kind of, science and technology and technological know-how that has been coming into that region since 2015. Till date, Southeastern Nigeria is expanding in science, in technology, commercially, industrially. Let me tell you something. Do you know that what Anambra is using, I mean as domestic wares, that is home wares, the food they eat, the building materials they use, I mean tiles, as in aluminium sheet and other building materials, okay, are being manufactured in Anambra State. They are not waiting for Japan. They are not looking towards China. If they actually do, which seaport, which wharf are they going to, leverage on clearing their containers, clearing the importations of these material goods? Do we have seaports? Do we have wharf? We only come to Apapa here many kilometers to pay money. That's why Anambra and Igbo, they have decided to manufacture everything in the southeastern Nigeria. Okay, look at my face. I'm not hiding my face. Whatever we are using in Anambra State is being manufactured in Anambra State. I'm trying to cause problem here. Do you know why? Jealousy. Jealousy go there. See, Ekpa industry, Mike Okonkwo. If you list the items Ekpa Industries manufacture, Oga originally, Oga is more than 50 something. What is the name of that wine? Ever wine. What is the name of that soap? Toilet soap, Ever soap. Oga, It goes on and on, and even toilet tissue. They are manufacturing it at Nnewi. Why? Federal government of Nigeria turned their back on the Igbos, southeastern Nigeria. After the war of Nigeria-Biafran Civil War, Gowon came out with reconstruction, reintegration, renovation, reconciliation. Which regions in Nigeria are reconciling with the Igbos? Reintegrating with the southeastern Nigeria, reconstructing southeastern Nigeria. Which government has ever come and say, let us reconstruct southeastern Nigeria? Let us reintegrate with Igbo. No, I'm asking question here to you viewers, my viewers. Which regime, which administration has ever come in Nigeria to reintegrate with Igbos, to reconstruct Igbo as a result of damages done during Nigerian Biafran Civil War? Which regime, which president? Okay, I have never seen any. I don't want to understand. So what we are trying to say is this. Let me tell you, Igbo has gone too far to be self-reliant. I repeat my word. Igbo has gone too hard to be self-reliant.
But the activities of Samadekwa is a setback to this, according to the slave president.
How do you know? How do you know? How do you know? Samadekwa has done what? To set back southeastern Nigeria. Nigerian government is the one. We are not clearing our container at One. One is how many kilometers to Imo State? One is how many kilometers to Anambra State, Enugu State, and Ebonyi. We left there. We go to miles, almost